won't believe the crazy mistake this cat made. It's hilarious and terrifying at the same time. It was a beautiful sunny day, and this curious cat decided to explore the great outdoors, venturing further than it ever had before. As it wandered through the neighborhood, it stumbled upon a beehive, and in a split second, it made a decision that would change its life forever. The cat, thinking the beehive was a new toy, decided to pounce on it, not realizing the danger that lay within. The beehive was home to thousands of angry bees, and as soon as the cat touched it, they swarmed out, attacking the poor creature. The cat ran for its life, but it was too late. The bees had already done their damage. The cat's owner was shocked to see her beloved pet running towards her, covered in bees and screaming in pain. She quickly grabbed a nearby hose and sprayed the cat with water, trying to wash off the bees. But it was too late. The damage was done. The cat had to be rushed to the vet where it received treatment for its injuries. This was a huge mistake, one that the cat would never forget, and one that would make it think twice before messing with the beehive again. The cat's mistake was a classic example of instant regret, a decision made in a split second, without thinking of the consequences. But the cat's mistake is not the only example of instant regret in the pet world. There are many stories of dogs who have made similar mistakes, with disastrous consequences. For example, a dog in California decided to chase a squirrel into a pool, not realizing it couldn't swim. The dog jumped into the pool and quickly realized it was in trouble, but it was too late. It had to be rescued by its owner. The dog was shaken, but thankfully, it survived the ordeal. This was another example of instant regret, a decision made in the heat of the moment, without thinking of the consequences. The dog's mistake was a classic example of a pet acting on instinct without thinking of the potential dangers. This is a common problem with many pets, who often act on instinct without thinking of the consequences. But it's not just dogs and cats that make mistakes. Other pets, like birds and even fish, can also make mistakes that can have disastrous consequences. For example, a bird who decides to fly into a window thinking it's a way out can suffer serious injuries or even death. And a fish who decides to jump out of its tank thinking it's a way to freedom can quickly realize it's made a huge mistake as it flails around on the floor, gasping for air. These mistakes are often made in a split second without thinking of the consequences and can have disastrous results. But they can also be a valuable learning experience for both pets and their owners. They can teach us the importance of being careful and thinking before acting, and they can also teach us the importance of being prepared and having a plan in place in case of an emergency. So the next time you see your pet making a mistake, don't be too quick to scold them. Just remember, they're acting on instinct, and they don't always think of the consequences. But what can we do to prevent these mistakes from happening in the first place? One thing we can do is to make sure our pets are properly trained and supervised. This can help to prevent them from making mistakes that can have disastrous consequences. We can also make sure our homes are pet-proof to prevent accidents from happening. And we can also make sure we have a plan in place in case of an emergency. By taking these steps, we can help to prevent mistakes from happening and keep our pets safe. The story of the cat and the dog and the other pets who made mistakes is a reminder of the importance of being careful and thinking before acting. It's a reminder that our pets are not always thinking of the consequences and that they need our help to stay safe. So let's all take a moment to think about our pets and the mistakes they can make, and let's take steps to prevent them from happening. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to check out our next video where we'll be looking at the top 10 most embarrassing pet moments. It's going to be hilarious. so don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.